Hey guys, it's Albert Robertson. I am the coordinator of social studies, and I'm going to be working with elementary science as well this year. And I'm excited to have everybody back and getting ready to roll for this year. I wanted to share a couple of resources specifically to kindergarten and first grade teachers who might be looking for some content for science and social studies, particularly for e-learning. So I wanted to jump right in and share a few things with you. So let's kind of go from here. Um, so I wanted to show you a few sites that I really like for videos. I think videos can be really helpful for students, and particularly for science and social studies if they are at home. Remember, a lot of these resources are already in the cups, but I wanted to show you some kind of go-to places where you can find resources that align to our standards and to what you're going to be teaching in science and social studies. So obviously, Discovery Education is phenomenal. It's available through ClassLink. My suggestion is to download the video and actually post it on Google Classroom or Seesaw or whatever your learning management system is that you're using. It's going to be a little cleaner that way. Students still can go in and log in, but it's just nice to be able to have it all in one place. And you can also take those videos and you can add questions to them with a tool like Edpuzzle or something like that if you would like. There are also some great tools that are embedded in Discovery Ed that you can use as well. But Discovery Ed has got tons of videos that you can use with your students, and a lot are linked through the cups, and it's available through ClassLink. Also, Learn 360 is available through SC Discus. Again, you go through ClassLink, click on SC Discus. There is a username and password that you'll need to get from your librarian if you are off campus. But if you're on campus in one of our schools, then you should be able to access that without any problem. So going to Learn 360, again, tons of videos that you can use with your students. They're downloadable. You can also share the links with them so that they can watch those videos at home um, or wherever they may be. PBS Kids, I love some of these titles. I use them with my own children, and you've probably used them for years. They're just tried and true. Science, Wildcrats, and Sid the Science Kid are great. A lot of these have teacher's guides with them, and they do a really good job of just kind of unpacking content and making it very accessible for our earlier learners. Also, for social studies, if you haven't watched Xavier Riddle and the Secret Museum, that's a fantastic show. It's about this child who goes back in time and talks to these different historical figures, and it's great for talking with kids about their power skill development. Um, was this historical figure a good collaborator, a good creator, a good critical thinker? How were they as far as how they got along well with others or not? So a lot of good conversations there that you can look at power skills, leadership skills, civic dispositions. That's a great show, and they just dropped a whole new set of episodes that I'm very excited about. So check that out. Obviously, you've probably used BrainPop Junior. I think it's great. It's very simple, and kids can again log in through SC Discus to access that resource. If you have other resources, please share those with me. I'd love to share those with others for folks who are looking for videos to use with their students. So let's go back to class real quick. All right, and we're going to go to our next little section. So we've gone through some video sites, and I wanted to share a couple of resources for looking for books and articles. So these might be children's books. These might be articles that you use for your students. Epic, if you haven't already used that, fantastic resource, free resource. It has tons and tons of books that kids can read on their devices. Um, and this is going to be something that you can look specifically for science and social studies, but you can also look for math and ELA and arts and anything that you can imagine is going to be in there. You can curate sets of books, and if you have questions about that, we can get you some help there with Epic. Also, wanted to share with you that we do have first grade and kindergarten shared reading, read aloud lists that align to social studies and science standards. This is a screenshot from one of those lists. You can look at the standard or the topic, and you can sort in that way. A lot of these are Googleable. You can find somebody reading these books if you can't get your hands on a physical copy, or if you're trying to get that for your kids in an e-learning format. you can do it that way as well. Another fantastic resource that I can't say enough about is Wonderopolis. It's completely been redesigned. It's excellent resource for inquiry in science and in social studies. Lots of really cool articles that kids can read about. They can post their own wonders. So I would definitely check out Wonderopolis if you have not checked those or that website out. It's a lot of really good stuff for your kiddos. So those 3 sites I highly recommend as far as looking for read alouds, shared reading, independent reading, books, articles, things like that. There are a couple tech tools I wanted to kind of make you aware of that I feel like in our world right now, less is more. So finding a couple high leverage tech tools and using those with students often, particularly in the younger grades, is going to be more bang for your buck as far as that goes. You don't want to get into a situation where you're introducing a new app every week or something like that. Let's find some things that are really good, and always, like I've got highlighted in blue, start with the task. Okay, what is the purpose? What are we doing here? What is the reason for the learning, or what is the outcome that you're looking for? And then select a tech tool that works best for you. So I love Flipgrid. If you haven't used it, it is a fantastic tool. Students can record themselves. They can record their voice, giving feedback to other students. They can record videos. I love the idea of students recording themselves teaching to a stuffed animal or to a parent or to a pet, something that they learned maybe about geography or about magnets or something like that, or about weather, and just offering that for other students to leave comments on and give each other feedback. Great ideas there. Padlet is another wonderful tool. It's kind of a virtual sticky note tool, and you can do your Wonderwall through Padlet, where students are answering a compelling question or asking additional questions, and you can sort those, you can categorize those, you can change colors. Kids can respond, they can upvote or downvote ideas. If you're trying to prioritize questions for them to answer, things like that. It's a fantastic tool as well. Google Earth and Google My Maps, I love for social studies. Google Earth has got tons of new features. You can go in and you can explore the world around you. You can explore underwater now in some cases. You can explore different biomes around the world, different environments. It's just a fantastic tool. In My Maps, you can plot different points. You can plot your house. You can plot other areas around the world that you may have your students exploring or researching. Fantastic tool. Google has fantastic tools as well. Docs and slides, obviously you've probably used these before with colleagues. Well, getting your kids acclimated to those can be really helpful as well. So also great for digital notebooking and for collaboration. A lot of cool tech tools out there, but again, less is more when it comes to things like that. Finally, looking at content at your fingertips. I love this website, Kid Citizen. I wanted to show it to you. It's a site where you can actually go in, and it's a kind of a self-paced site that students can work through, and they can watch videos and they kind of can learn about what it's like to be a good citizen in the community. It goes really well with the civics and government standards. So if you click on episodes, it will take you to the different episodes that your kids can explore. And so I love the idea, you know, what is a primary source? What are maps? What purpose do they use? We've got one on Rosa Parks here. We've got child labor, more so for upper elementary. I wouldn't go there, but community helpers. And if you notice, it's got the grade level band here. These are all great. I would say have the kids play around with some of these, look at them. There's a lot that you can do with this. It's a fantastic tool. Also, while we're here, I wanted you to see this site. The kid should see this. It's another site. This one specifically is going to be for science. So what you can do here is, again, more videos that kids can look at. If you're looking for anchor phenomena, or you're just kind of, your kids are curious about different things, this is one of those sites. It's like this wonderful place to just go and bathe in ideas. A lot of inquiry here that kids can play around with. You may express your own wonderings and show these whole group with a class, or offer kids the opportunity to go to a site like this and look at something that they're interested in. A lot of great videos here that you can check out. It's like 4,500 and growing. Now, as with anything, you want to double check and make sure it's age appropriate. Um, we cannot ensure that every single thing that's on the internet is appropriate for every single child, but these are some great sources to kind of get you started. So one more time, back to class, and wanted to offer you kind of a thank you. Thank you so much for joining me for a few minutes to look at some of these resources. If you have questions, please email me. I'm happy to help you in any way that I can. I made the presentation, or the Bitmoji Classroom, using some of the tools from the website linked here. I would say if you're interested in that, you can check it out. This Google Slides presentation is available with the presentation. It's going to be, or with the Zoom video that I'm recording right now. It is available, and you can click on the links. They are live and ready to roll. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm here to help in any way that I can. Have a good start to the year, and please keep in touch. Thanks.